Alright, so let's check this video out. Again, I'm gonna play the video and then we'll break it down after it.
Okay, y'all, quick little story time because I'm so confused. I just don't know what's going on in the world. I really don't. Okay, let's go. I went out to lunch by myself because, I take myself
I don't know if that was sarcasm, right? I'm sorry. But I'm not sure if that's sarcasm, so.
out to eat sometimes. I don't want to cook all the time, whatever. So I'm sitting at the table by myself, and this young man approaches me, and he's like, "Hey, are you waiting for someone?" I said, "No." He said, "Can I sit?" I said, "I kind of want to sit here by myself. I'm on a solo date type of thing." He's like, "I really would like to join." So I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to get beat up. I don't want to get, shot, anything. So let me just let him sit. So I said, okay, yeah, sure, cool. So he proceeds to sit down. And, I take a little glimpse at him, and he got on a little Rolex. I was in a nice area. He's well dressed and polished. And he's like, "What's your name?" I told him my name. I didn't even ask for his. I'm like, "Hey, I'm Shanice, yeah." And then he proceeded with telling me all that he do. He owned multiple properties, multiple businesses, and, his estates and all that he got and everything that he do for himself. No pause. He just kept on going and going and going. He got a Rolls Royce. You see that car parked out there? And he pointed at it. And that's his car. Okay, cool. And I see he got the car, the key connected to his keychain, whatever. I'm like, okay, all right, that's what's up. Cool. All right, bet. And then he's like, "Yeah, so this is what I do, and I'm just out here living my life. And he just kept on going. And I was like, at the end, ultimately, I said, "That's amazing. May God continue to bless you with financial success and prosperity, and may that just continue for you. Good for you." And he looked me up and down, and he was like, "That's it?" I said, "Yeah. I hope the best for you. I hope you continue to be on this winning streak." And he's like, "That's all you got to say?" I'm like, "Correct." He got up and left. He got up and he left. What? What was I supposed to say? What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to say and do? What else? So, okay. All right. I'm just, okay.
See, that's why I didn't understand it, right? Is she just being sarcastic? No, you guys tell me, right? Because is she being sarcastic? Because again, shouldn't she be happy, right? It's like she wasn't interested and he just left. So she should be like, "Cool, I'm glad he left." But it seems like she's disappointed that he left. So it's like that's the confusion to me, right? Maybe she's being sarcastic and I just couldn't grasp because the ending made me feel like, was that sarcasm? Because I'm not sure, right? Because again, she started out where she really didn't want this man to join her, so she should be happy that he left. But I guess let's break it down.
Okay, y'all, quick little story time because I'm so confused. I just don't know what's going on in the world. I really don't. Okay, let's go. I went out to lunch by myself because, I take myself out to eat sometimes. I don't want to cook all the time, whatever. So I'm sitting at the table by myself, and this young man approaches me, and he's like, "Hey, are you waiting for someone?" I said, "No." He said, "Can I sit?" I said, "I kind of want to sit here by myself. I'm on a solo date type of thing.
And that's the thing, right? This is why I want where I talked about the man who gave the woman $30, right? This is a thing where have some self respect. Obviously, this woman is not interested in you. Take a no. Then this is the thing where it's self respect for yourself, right? I'm confused too, but have some self respect for yourself. She wasn't interested, then leave, walk out, right? But this is the thing where I want to tell you too. This is why a lot of men are giving up on approaching women, right? Because of these vibes. So why it's like this is the thing where women can never. I did a video on TikTok, right? And she's a woman asked men, why, if you see your dream woman out there walking, why wouldn't you approach her? See, this is the thing women don't understand, the hardships of being the pursuer. It is not an easy thing. That's why most men don't just go up to women. Right? Most men are not, hitting on women, in my opinion, right? Most men don't, because of the difficulties, the hardships, the annoyance, the blow to your ego, blow to your pride of talking to women, of asking women out, of trying to, get a conversation started with women. Women will make it difficult, or they will make it very debilitating, very crippling to your ego, right? And she pretty much showed this man, like, I don't want you around.
Like, I really would like to join. So I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to get beat up. I don't want to get, shot, anything. So
It's like, this is the thing, right? Beat up and shot. I mean, this is the right. This is the ideology that women hope passing out, right? That men are gonna shoot them and beat them up. It's sad, right? And this is why I said men should have more self-respect. Just walk away, because women will paint such a terrible image of you, right? That's why you don't want to deal with it. This is why I said have self-respect, because now she thinks you're a criminal. She thinks you're an abuser. She thinks you're violent. That's why that's why it's like, don't deal with it. Have real self-respect. Yeah, it's like, I don't understand that either, but
let me just let him sit. So I said, okay, yeah, sure, cool. So he proceeds to sit down. And, I take a little glimpse at him, and he got on a little Rolex. I was in a nice area. He's well dressed and polished. And he's like, what's your name? I'll tell him my name. I didn't even ask for his. I'm like, hey, I'm Shanice, yeah. And then he proceeded with telling me all that he do. He owned multiple properties.
And this is the thing, right? Again, I'll keep spouting this out, right? She said it. She didn't even ask for his name. This man has no social cues. She wasn't interested in you. And yet you continue to try to flaunt your assets to try to impress her, right? And obviously you weren't. You weren't impressing her. Okay? You weren't impressing her. But honestly, you coming off trying to flaunt your social wealth, it's kind of sad.
Multiple businesses, and his estates and all that he got and everything that he do for himself. No pause. He just kept on going and going and going. He got a Rolls Royce. You see that car parked out there? And he pointed at it. And that's his car. Okay, cool. And I see he got the car, the key connected to his keychain, whatever. I'm like, okay, all right, that's what's up. Cool. All right, bet. And then he's like, yeah, so, this is what I do. And I'm just out here living my life, And he just kept on going. And I was like, at the end, ultimately, I said,
that's the thing, right? That's why, but I do want to say this, right? This is the thing, this is the issue with women. That they want perfection. They want perfect men. Think about this, right? Imagine if this man was opposite, right? Charming. He talked to her like truly like player charming, right? In the sense that he tried to get to know her, in the way that, get her to talk, right? Get to know her personally, like charming men, right? Player type men. They get at you emotionally, which is a smarter thing. I'm not good at it, so I don't know how to do that. But this is the thing where they know how to talk to you, right? Talk to women where it will make women be more interested in them, right? Or get to understand their feelings, shit like that, right? But understand you emotionally, talk about your personality and stuff like that. But, and I've done video of this, right? Then imagine if you're broke as well, right? Even if you're charming, you're intelligent, you show your personality, but you're not rich. You work a 9-to-5 job, right? You have one car, you have an apartment, nothing special. Women will still complain that you don't have the money. This is the thing where women. This is the craziness of women, where they want a man to have everything, right? Charm, looks, height, build, package down below, 6 figures or more, right? That's why the saying that men have made, right? 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 inches, right? Something like that, right? Perfect package. Because look at this. Here's a man that is financially stable, probably can provide, right? And yet she pretty much, brushed him off, in a sense, right? Which is her prerogative. Like I said, this is the craziness of women. Because if you imagine the opposite, where he had more personality, right? He's charming, he was funny, funny, right? He could talk to her, get to know her, and, really talk her well, where she's, I don't know, fall for him. But he didn't have the assets, right? He drive like a, I don't know, very ordinary lemon car, right? Very, apartment. Dressed, didn't have a Rolex, right? Had a Timex, Casio, right? And didn't dress anything special, right? Sweats. Women will still complain about that. How many times do you hear women complain about broke men? Right? I just had a video where a woman said her boyfriend, who she loves, he's broke, right? And she's complaining about him being broke. He can't provide. He can't take care of her. That's the thing where it's never good enough. That's the thing, right? And I think that's the problem with modern women. It is never good enough.
That's amazing. May God continue to bless you with financial success and prosperity. And may that, may that just continue for you. Good for you. And he looked me up and down, and he was like, that's it?
And that's the thing, right? That's it, yes. Because you didn't even talk to him. You didn't really ask him about himself. You didn't really ask him about his name, right? You didn't really try to get to know him. This is the thing where women say, yes, he led with his money, right? But, okay, get to know him personally. Get to know his personality. What type of person? I mean, it's like, I'm assuming, here's a man who's like, taking away all that shit, right? These are my assets. I can provide, right? I can provide and protect. Boom. Now, do you want to get to know me, my personality? That's the next, this is the thing where I think women are not doing dating right. When they have it easy, right? A man comes up, because this is the difference, right? For men, women don't just come up to you, right? And then you're trying to feel it out if she's good enough. That doesn't happen, okay? For women, you have men coming up to you and advertising themselves. So now your job is to feel it out. See if he's right for you, right? Vet him. But no, what do? You pretty much just wave him off. You pretty much just say, like, okay, good for you. I don't care. You can go. Which is your prerogative. But this is the thing where I think where women are stupid, right? Because here's a man, like I said, here's a man essentially having half of what women want. Finances, right? He has it. Now it's your job on the dating market to figure out the rest, right? Figure out the rest. Figure out if he's good. He has a good personality, right? Is he loyal? Does he have morals? Is he, does he want to date for for marriage purposes? Like, do some. I've said this so many times before. Women are lazy. When it comes to dating, women are lazy. They put in practically zero work when it comes to dating. Men have to do it all. Text you, right? Let's say online dating. They have to contact you first, right? Start up a conversation. Continue a conversation. Make a conversation good. Pick a date, you know? Time, place, okay? Pay for that date. And then on that date, continue to make, interesting conversations, okay? And then pay for that date, and then trying to figure out a next date. Men have to constantly put in the effort, okay? And then men are also pretty much given a resume, what they do, and all that shit. While women, they just sit there, right? They just think they just look pretty, and that's enough. But no, this is what I'm saying. They're lazy. Where's the effort? Right? What you can do is complain that there's no good men out there. There's no good men out there. And yet, you put in zero effort in trying to make it work. Find the good men. Make it work with... But this is the thing where I also think that women have had plenty of interactions with good men. They just failed at it. Okay, imagine, hypothetically, this man could have been marriage-minded, loyal, right? He's financially well. He could be a man who wants to have kids, so a good father. He wants to take care of his kids. Hell, he wants to chip in with the house. It's like he could be a great man. But what does she do? She didn't even bother to figure out. She didn't even bother to figure out if he's going to be a good man or not. She just, you can go. I don't care. And then, let's say a couple years later, she's like, men are crappy. Men are trash. Where are the good men at? Men only want to have sex. Right? Just like the other women I did. Right? No. It's because you are crappy at finding good men, at attracting good men and keeping good men. You're crappy at vetting men. This is why back in the day, fathers vetted men. Okay? Because fathers, right? Men can vet other men's bullshit. Men can understand what is important for long-term commitment. Men understand that. While women, because this man must not have, gave her the butterflies, right? Like the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Chads, the Tyrones, the players, the bad boys, right? He didn't look like a bad boy. I guarantee you that, right? He didn't look like a bad boy. He didn't, he didn't make her the butterflies flutter. He didn't make downstairs wet. So, he wasn't, in her mind, this guy wasn't going to cheat on her. So why even bother, right? He wasn't going to cheat on her. He wasn't going to abuse her. He wasn't going to add to her victimhood. So why would she even bother? I don't know. What do you guys think?